If you've got ADHD, a condition from which many, if not all of us suffer, at least to some extent, you know the struggle. Your brain throws 10 ideas at you at once, and by the time you try to capture one, you've already lost track of 3 others. Until now, using ChatGPT and other LLMs could actually make things worse. Every idea got crammed into one long, messy thread, but with the brand new branching feature, ChatGPT just became one of the best ADHD productivity tools in this AI war. Wanna hear? Here go. Here's what it used to look like. You'd start working on a project, say a grant application or a business plan. Suddenly a new idea hits. Maybe a pitch script or a budget draft. You drop it into the same chat. Now ChatGPT mixes everything together. A bundle of dirty clothes in a hamper that nobody folds. Sleeves and crunchy socks draped over the side. What results? Overwhelm. You scroll endlessly to find that one good idea from earlier. You lose focus because the conversation is cluttered. And worst of all, ChatGPT starts pulling in context from the wrong place, blending your script with your budget or your technical notes, aka hallucinations. It starts to draw information from irrelevant sources as opposed from the original chat. If you've got ADHD, that's like fuel on a fire of distraction. Branching fixes this. Here's how it works. Hover over any message, click the 3 dots and select branch. A brand new conversation opens starting from the exact point. Now, instead of juggling everything in one place, you can spin off separate threads for each idea. It's like having clean folders for your brain without the mess. For ADHD minds, it reduces overwhelm. No more 200 message scroll. Each idea lives in its own branch. It boosts focus. You can stay locked into one direction without unrelated distractions creeping in. It honors divergent thinking. When a shiny new idea pops up, you don't have to ignore it, just branch it off, capture it, and come back later. Easy rollback. If you like the direction from 20 messages ago, you don't have to start over. You just branch from there. In other words, it works with your ADHD brain instead of against it. Here's how you rock it. So I had ChatGPT generate an example use case, AI-powered resource matching for underserved entrepreneurs. Problem: many business owners in underserved communities don't know which grants, government programs, or private funds they qualify for. Manually searching through databases, SAM, grants, foundation directories is time-consuming, overwhelming. AI-powered solution. Impact: why funders care. So if I had ChatGPT generate this content and I want to branch it off to develop, let's say, proposals, applications, or a nonprofit story in order to pitch a way that the organization is going to deploy capital towards serving a funder's needs and wants. So I prompted it with the following: show me how I could incorporate this new branching feature into this chat on which we're working. Awesome, let's fold branching. So how to branch the message. You go to your desktop, scroll to use case manage. On iOS, I tried it on my iPhone, nonetheless it did not work. So a branch A could be a concept note for a nonprofit. And this could be the prompt: draft a 1-page concept note for a nonprofit, pitch deck 10 slides, technical architecture. So let's go ahead and have it just create 10 slides right here that we can use as a pitch deck. So here it is, right? So here's the example use case. We click these 3 dots and click branch in a new chat. So the new chat appears and we just add this prompt right here. Bang. Boom. Create a 10-slide pitch deck, outline, slide text for the AI grant eligibility. So I got the title slide, text AI grant eligibility match and platform, all that democratizes access to capital for underserved entrepreneurs. Now, if you want to work with me to ensure that we build these platforms together, or I've got a white label service now, white glove service where I build the application for you with my team, with my new application that I have out that is speeding up development time for developers. We've got several options from which to choose. Join the wait list to be able to explore all the options just to see whether I can help you, because I can't help everyone. You know what I'm talking about. 30 million US businesses exist, but most lack knowledge of grant opportunities, underserved entrepreneurs, current gaps Manual searching requires hours of effort. So this would be a pitch that I would use to actually help organizations, nonprofit to be specific, obtain grants, right? AI-powered grant eligibility matching platform through a platform that I would build, right? So here would be the inputs: AI engine, natural language processing it would use, database integration, grants.gov. It would integrate with these platforms. Impact and equity cuts application search time by 70%. Federal agency. So it has all this in place as a whole new chat right here. And I can continue on with the discussion. So I could say, can you generate a PowerPoint file that I can upload into Google Slides, right? And I'll let it get to work with that. It may take a minute, and then we can go back to the branching feature with another one of our prompts. So I like this one right here. This is probably one of the most powerful ways to encourage people to fund your nonprofit. Impact, narrative, and stories right here, right? So nonprofit storyteller. So output in 2 versions. So bang, write the origin story of a nonprofit developing an AI-powered grant eligibility matching platform for underserved entrepreneurs. Include why the funders created the organization, the aha moment, bang, bang. So we go back. Remember, these are just example use cases, right? So we go back to this original output. That was my example use case. Branch in a new chat and just paste the prompt. So it'll start generating a story. The founders of grew up in households where entrepreneurship wasn't a choice. It was survival. One founder's mother ran a corner store out of their basement in Detroit, while another's father drove a cab in Queens. Of course, the way you want to humanize this is by adding your own information. So you ask for a story, but based, of course, off your own anecdotal challenges or everything that drove you to build this nonprofit and help people through all the resources that you want to make available for the community. Here goes the PPTX file, which you can download onto computer, and you could use this when you are presenting before the people that will ideally fund you, legislators. Now, again, I have already told you about some of the ways that you can start networking as per my previous video with people that can fund your operation, where most of your funds won't even come from filing an application. This system can help you do that because you're going to encounter different situations where you'll be running. And this goes for people that are bootstrapping their shops through customer financed acquisition as well. When you are out there networking, the sales game is practically along the same behavior. You're going out, you're making friends with people, you are seeing how you can actually alleviate their pains, discovering their pains, and this tool that allows you to spin off conversations into the different aspects of the types of engagement that you are crafting and executing in order to get to know people, whether you are financing your operation through customers, bootstrapping in other words, or applying for grants or any other type of funding that requires for you to develop some type of content that you must present. This gives you the ideal play because now, as you can see with each particular branch right here, look, even if you want to produce the technical architecture for the data sources. So this gets into how you're going to actually develop this application. So you go back again to our example use case, click the 3 dots, bang, branch in a new chat, and just paste what you need right here. So produce a technical architecture, data sources, ingestion, ETL, schema, NLP pipeline, entity, and it takes a little longer for a better answer, but it'll start to give you the technical architecture for you to develop this application that, again, will be ideally suited to welcome grant money from the federal government and all these private institutions. Coincidentally, OpenAI, which I told you about, is issuing grants. It just issued a grant to a nonprofit out in India to the tune of $500,000. So the more you get involved with the AI space, you'll be in a better place than you were yesterday when you begin to ensure that capital comes your way. So you want to be a money magnet? Here it is. Technical architecture, data sources, grants.gov, foundations, private funders, curated feeds, public RSS, JSON, funder web pages, right? It'll give you all this architecture right here. So this will start to create the blueprint from which you can start to build this AI problem solver. That, as I have told you time and time again, will now qualify you to take in money from consumers, from the clients that you are serving through your organizations and resources at your disposal, or the federal government or a private institution such as OpenAI. Now, if you want to work with me to ensure that we build these platforms together, or I've got a white label service now, white glove service, where I build the application for you with my team, with my new application that I have out that is speeding up development time for developers. We've got several options from which to choose. Join the wait list to be able to explore all the options just to see whether I can help you, because I can't help everyone. You know what I'm talking about. Watch the video, see the screen right now, so you can learn about these AI opportunities available for you to develop your app and more efficiently serve the people that you are assigned.